everybody. Welcome to Top of the Hops. I'm your host, Michael Riker, and joining me for the second time is Elvis Superfan, one of my good friends on YouTube. He has his own YouTube channel called Dylan's World. We'll get into that in a bit. He's my friend Dylan Bowen. Hey, Dylan, what's going on, buddy?
Hello.
How are we doing today? All right?
Yeah, I'm doing good, and thanks for asking me back again
Yeah,
for the. Yeah.
you got it, man. I loved having you. We did Elvis jumpsuits. Please watch that
hmm
video if you haven't already. I thought it was an interesting conversation. Now, it's funny because we are both super Elvis fans, but our topic today has nothing to do with Elvis. It is
Nope.
it is a music show, so it will be we got into some top five Fleetwood Mac songs. So Dylan instant messaged me a few months back saying he'd like to do that. I became a Fleetwood Mac fan actually late in life, Dylan. The first time I knew about Fleetwood Mac, obviously, and
Yeah.
heard their songs and liked their songs, but I didn't really become a really big fan until 1997. I was 27 years old, and when
Uh,
that concert came out called The Dance
that,
came out,
yeah.
that's what just put me over the top for me. How about you? When did you become a big Fleetwood Mac guy?
I I I was kind of late there too. I'd say about a year ago.
Oh, okay.
So now, like a lot of people from my generation, I would have heard Fleetwood Mac for the first time watching the Formula One racing
Right.
because the chain bass solo was the theme song for
Hmm.
a long, long time.
Yes.
And so I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool little thing. And then I realized it was like a full song. I was like, you know what? Just out of interest, just see how it is. And then just like,
Yes.
now I gotta go. And
Yeah, yeah,
it was,
that's what did it for me too. It was just like I said, even my parents even had the Rumors album, and I knew of the songs and I liked it, but I never gave much thought to it. But when that concert came out and I watched it, I'm like, wow, they're really good. And then there was a documentary, I believe around the same time that VH1 did. We
mhm.
have got a channel called VH1 here. I don't know if you have it in the UK, but they did a whole documentary on Fleetwood Mac, and I was totally mesmerized by their whole, the relationships within the band and how they became the music, and it's just I've been into them ever since. So this will be a fun show. That I can't wait to see what your top five is. So
Uh,
we might have some controversy among our top five here.
yeah, yeah,
So obviously this is top of the hops. I know you don't drink beer, but what you drinking today? Drinking some water?
yeah.
Okay, just
Got some.
regular. Is that flavored
This is
water or just regular water?
this is actually Volvic Touch of Fruit Strawberry.
Oh, okay. Okay, that sounds good. I actually drink a lot of fruit water too. I have in my fridge. If I just open it up, actually have a strawberry kiwi water
Mm.
from Propel, and it's pretty good. So does it has a nice strawberry flavor to it?
Yeah, and it says it's low sugar as well. So
Okay,
yeah.
good. Yeah, that's what I like. I like the low sugar ones too. So I am having a beer today. It's still morning, by the way, here in New York City. So but I will have a beer. It's 12 o'clock somewhere. So I've had this, it's called the Oberon Eclipse. So it's a citrus wheat beer. Um, for those who like beer and I've had what's called a Blue Moon. It's very similar to a Blue Moon. It's a little darker, but it has that orange slash coriander type flavor to it. It's a little malty, but it drinks really smooth. Um, as you see here, a little dark. It's almost got like that pumpkin type color to it as well. So it's pretty dark for a citrus sweet. Um, and it drinks at 6.3%, which is a little average for a wheat, but it's really good. The smell, you have that orange flavor to it, very malty, like I said. And then when you drink it, it's got almost like a peppery back, and then it's got that orange zest to it. It's really good, very easy drinking. So Dylan, this is to you, buddy. Thanks so much for joining me today. Can't wait to get into it. Yeah, it's very smooth. Like I said, if you like Blue Moon, I think you would like this as well. So here's to you, and let's get into it. All right. Top five Fleetwood Mac songs. Dylan, let's start with you. Let's go to number
Alright,
five.
so this is the first of two songs written by the late great Christine McVie, may God rest her soul.
Yeah.
Uh, This comes from 1987's Tango in the Night, and it's Little Lies.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies, tell me lies. Oh no, no, you can't disguise. You can't disguise. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
That's a good one.
Love this song. I love the melody. I love the hook. The video is just so 80s. It's unbelievable.
Yes, very much so.
You
Yeah.
know, like they're in like a cabin, I believe, and like they're all dressed up in like period clothes because I think it's meant to be like a some kind of Jane Austen kind of vibe.
Right. Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
Steven up in a
That's
big black dress and like her eyes out here, and it's just yeah, you
yeah.
gotta love the
I think, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, Dylan. I think that's the last kind of top 10 hit as a Fleetwood Mac band that they had, I believe. I believe so.
Mm, I- I'm not sure about like the hits, but I know that Tango in the Night was the last record with Lindsay.
Okay. Yeah, but you're right. It's funny. I was listening to Fleetwood Mac last week, and my stepdaughter is a huge fan of them as well. And it's funny the difference between Christine McVie's music and Stevie Nicks, right? Christine McVie, to me, Christine McVie, a lot of her songs are very hopeful, very, it gives you almost kind of a happy feeling. And then when
Hmm.
you listen to Stevie, very dark, very
That
brooding.
yeah,
So, and it's funny. A little bit of a spoiler here, and it's just, I struggled with this immensely because I love her song. I love her singing so much, but I don't have anything with Christine McVie on my list. So
oh,
I know, and I love all the stuff that she does. It's not a knock against her. I just kind of veer more towards Stevie's side a little bit.
yeah,
But Little Lies is a great little tune. I love that song, and I remember the video of that. I was like 16 at the time, and that was just it's very breezy. It's a great tune. It's a great number
yeah,
five, Dylan.
yeah. I
So
love it.
my number five might be controversial right from the start here. So my number five is from the Rumors album, which of course
Hmm.
1977. And it is their only number one hit that they've ever done. And yes, it's only my number five, but we'll get to that later. But it is Dreams.
Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Say when they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know.
So, reading a lot of lists on the internet and just going through and doing some research, a lot of people would have this as their number one. And I love this song, don't get me wrong. But to me, it was my number five. Stevie has that strong nasal, yet very husky voice to
Yeah,
it. I love the lyrics in this. I mean, obviously, it's about the relationship between her and Lindsay. The lyrics that says, "Listen carefully to the sound of my loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad. In the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost." I mean, just unbelievable.
yeah.
It's amazing that this is the only number one song that they ever had. Obviously, Rumors, you could argue top 10 greatest albums of all time.
Hmm.
Um, but it's got that 70s LA type vibe to it, very brooding, that guitar is great. It's got some anger to it. I just love this song so much. But it's not my number one. So a lot of people were like, how can that just be number five? Because like I said, I saw a lot of lists that had this at number one, but to me, this is my number five.
All right, so Dreams. it's very interesting because you can clearly see the songwriting differences between Stevie and Lizzie.
Yes.
Because Stevie's singing when the rain washes you clean, you'll know, and then he's going packing up, shacking up, so you want to do, and it's like oh gosh,
Yep. Yeah, no, I just say and it's one of those songs, Dylan, that again, I didn't get the Fleetwood Mac until later, so I didn't really appreciate the song until again, the concert was great, but I like the original better. And listening to it the other day, it makes me appreciate how great that song is.
yeah.
But not my number one. So, all right, we're at number four, Dylan. What we got?
All right, number 4 is from the first record with Stevie and Lindsay, and it's kind of like a showstopper, if you like, and it's Landslide.
And I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above?
That's my wife's favorite. So yeah.
Oh,
What do you like about Landslide?
I, songs, sometimes the best songs are just simple in arrangement.
Yeah,
Uh, you know, we we see that with Elvis.
right.
That song is only 3 chords, same melody, same riff. There's no bells and whistles. It's just a 3 chord song, sung great.
Right.
And Landslide, say, it's just very calm, very mellow, with no fighting for once.
Yes.
Stevie sings it. Stevie sings it beautifully.
Does.
I do particularly like the version from the dance.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah,
It is
agreed.
very, like you can kind of see her just like eyeballing still
Right.
because we're talking about the dance. My favorite performance, probably of all time for Fleetwood Mac, is Silver Springs.
Yeah, we'll get
The
there.
the Stevie is eyeballing him during that last
Yes.
minute.
Yeah.
You can tell that wasn't in the script.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Lindsay's
Um,
like, oh,
yeah. Yeah,
uh,
we'll get there because that's it's a teaser, so we'll definitely get there. By the way, just let's continue the conversation because Dylan, we're in agreement. That's my number four too. My number four is also Landslide. Uh,
nice.
yeah, so I agree with you. I prefer the version from the dance, the live version. She wrote this in her mid-20s.
Yeah,
Um, she wrote in Aspen, Colorado. I even like the Dixie Chicks. They do it. They're not called Dixie Chicks anymore, but they did a nice version of this song. Smashing Pumpkins did an interesting version of this song, but obviously nothing beats what Stevie does with the song. Um, it's stunning. It's beautiful. Like I said, it's my wife's favorite Fleetwood Mac song. She loves it. I couldn't agree with you more. I just absolutely love this song. It's funny. She contemplated quitting. She was either contemplating either going to school or staying with Lindsay during that time. And
yeah.
she was living in Aspen, Colorado, and she saw the Rocky Mountains, and she saw the kind of like a landslide, and she wanted to name her song Landslide. So, and that's what her life was kind of becoming. She didn't know what was going on between her and Lindsay, going back to school. So that's what made her write the song. But I mean, I love that line. Even children get older, and I'm getting older too. I mean, just beautiful lyrics, and I
Mhm.
couldn't agree with you more, Dylan. That's my number four too. Love Landslide.
I love, I love Landslide. I love Stevie.
Yeah.
I've got a crush on Stevie. I'm not gonna even deny it. I think
Yeah.
he's beautiful,
Yeah.
and I really hope he comes back to the UK
Yes.
soon.
Yes. Me too. Me too. And, I'm gonna bring it back to Elvis a little bit because obviously she had that great song with Chris Isaac on the Elvis soundtrack.
Yeah.
Doing the version of Cotton Candy Land, so which I
Mhm.
loved and very, very again typical Stevie taking a song that's supposed to be lighthearted talking, singing to the kids, but she makes it into this dark, brooding, amazing tune right at the beginning of the movie. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she also does a great version of Wear My Ring Around Your Neck from
Does
like
she really? I never heard that.
from
Really?
2002, I believe. We did
Oh,
like a big like TV special,
okay.
and I think like Matt Davis was on it, and like I think Chris Isaac was on it, and Stevie comes out and she goes, "All right, this is a song from the 50s," and like everyone's expecting that, like maybe Jailhouse or Heartbreak or Hound Dog,
Right.
and then you know, and then she just breaks out into Wear My Ring Around Your Neck, and it's like that is the last song that I was expecting her to sing, but she does actually a very good job on.
All right, number 3. What we got, Dylan? This is supposed to be controversial, so I'm ready for it.
So a lot of people would have this as their number one
Okay.
because when you say to someone Fleetwood Mac, 9 times out of 10 they will say this song, and it's The Chain.
And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you saying you would never break the chain. If you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you saying you would never break the chain.
That's going to be a lot of people's reaction to like, what, like, are you absolutely crazy? I love The Chain. Like, I really do love it. But the reason it's number 3 is because there's another song from Rumours that for me just edges it that a little bit.
Right.
But what makes this song is a live performance from 1982 on the Mirage Tour.
Okay.
And this was around about the time when Stevie and Lindsay really weren't there enough.
Right.
And they're like, so Stevie's like over here and Lindsay's over here, and they're like doing a whole eyeball thing, and she's screaming the lyrics at him, and he's screaming them back, and it's like when like you're a kid and like you see your parents fight like the first time, it's like
Yeah.
it's one of them. It's like
So
God.
it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, but my favorite thing about it, Christine McVie back there, just like playing the piano, just like, oh God, this is just another day in the life for me.
Yeah.
I'm
Another day. Right. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, listen, that's a good number 3, Dylan. But I'm going to admit something right now. I think people are going to be more upset with me because there's a little spoiler. Chain's not in my top 5. So you're off the hook. People are gonna be upset with me. So I mean, like I said, I don't get me wrong. I like the song. I'm more. I react more better to the other songs on my list. But again, I keep referring to that dance album. But God, when they start off that concert with that song, boy, you're just like you're in for a ride.
yeah.
Yes.
And The Chain, if you want to go back and like not compare to Elvis, but if you want to go to Elvis, that's their kind of equivalent of like CC or That's Alright, because
Good
like
point,
they own
Dylan.
every single show.
Yeah.
With Chain.
Yeah, great point, Dylan. That is very much like CC. And it's a great starter. So that's perfect. Is that remind me, I don't know if you know, does it start off Rumors as well?
I think Secondhand News starts off Rumours.
Okay. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah. But I love that it starts off that concert because it's like I said, you're in for a ride when they start off with
Yeah.
that song. So all right, my number 3 again involves Stevie. It's from their first album in 1975. And it's Rhiannon.
Takes to the sky like
I love this song. It's got that kind of, again, I keep saying the word brooding, but it's got that almost witchcraft type of element to it. Not only with the music but with the lyrics. It's about a woman possessed by someone named Rhiannon, which is also the name of a Welsh witch.
Yeah,
Um, it caused a lot of people to think that Stevie was into witchcraft, which I
yeah.
thought was kind of interesting. But the song is so powerful. It's so, God, it's so haunting. I just love the way she sings it. Um, you know, uh, you never hear that name either, Rhiannon. The only time you ever hear this name is in this song.
Yeah.
I never heard anyone named Rhiannon. But every
Yeah.
time you think of the name Rhiannon, you think of this song, and I just love it. I just love her lyrics on this, and that's why it's my number three.
Rhiannon, Rhiannon is one of those songs that's a showstopper
Mm.
because
Yes,
once because like once she gets to that end part and she's like screaming her lungs out,
yes,
it's like where do you go from there? Like set
yeah.
wise, because it's like you can't top that now. Like
Yep.
after you've done that, there's an absolutely fantastic version of Rhiannon from Midnight Special in like 1976, I want to say.
Okay. Yeah,
And
you're a lot more knowledgeable about Fleetwood Mac. I gotta check all these stuff out, man.
he she sings she sings that song like she's absolutely possessed.
Yeah.
And this was the time where I think the white powder was kind of coming into play
It,
because she's just not on this planet. Like she's singing her heart out, but like her eyes, like she's
it's almost
not
it's
she's
almost like
not
she's
on.
in a yeah, she's almost like in a trance almost.
Yeah. But one thing I did not know this, but the album version and then the music video, she did that take, like that version live.
Oh,
That
really? Okay.
yeah, that's not on the album.
It's funny
So
you say that. I saw that video not too long ago because I don't remember watching that video in a while. And you're right because it does sound a little different than the record version.
yeah. And I was like, so they did that like live.
Right.
And and this was like in Elvis's day too. So like in Elvis's day and Fleetwood Mac's day, there was no auto tune. You had to be able to do it live.
Yeah. Right.
And she can.
Yeah.
She
Absolutely.
and she still can. Even
Yeah.
though she's like 75 now, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, no, she could still do it. And again, going back to the dance, I love that version of Rhiannon because it starts off so different.
Yeah.
It doesn't start off with Lindsay's guitar. It starts off with her
With
singing. Yeah, and then just like by herself with Christine McVie on piano,
Mhm.
and then it goes into the riff by Lindsey Buckingham, and then into the song. So I kind of like the way they did that on the dance in '97.
Yeah. Yeah, there's also a great version of it, not with Fleetwood Mac, because she's had a really good solo career too. And so like when she does the solo tours, she'll do like a lot of Fleetwood Mac songs because
Yeah, right.
like make her famous. And like you can't again going back to Elvis, it'd be the equivalent of Elvis going on stage and not doing like Suspicious Minds.
Yes, correct. Yes.
He'd get like absolutely murdered
Yeah.
if he if it and same with that song Rhiannon. If she doesn't do that song, she's gonna know about it the next day on
Yeah, people would
Facebook.
be
Oh my
yeah,
god!
fans would be disappointed.
Yeah, but there's a great version. I can't remember if it's either in Boston or Chicago, and it's in 2008. And the really impressive thing is, she either was 60 or she was about to turn 60,
Okay.
and she still sounds almost as good as she did when she
Wow.
recorded.
Yeah, that's tremendous. Yeah, it's funny with Stevie. I mean, her solo stuff is great too. I mean, you go back to Stand Back and
Yeah,
Rooms on Fire, and a couple of the duets that she did with Don Henley.
so
Leather
that
and
is
Lace. and yeah, Tom Petty with "Stop Dragging
Oh,
My Heart Around." I mean, she is just so good at everything she does. So, yeah, I love Rann. So, all right, we're close here, Dylan. What we got number two?
number two is a song from Mirage, and I love the way Stevie sings this song. She's very husky and very kind of dry. And again, the video is very, very MTV. It's Gypsy.
Oh, and it lights up the night, and you see your gypsy. You see your gypsy.
It's funny,
I
Gypsy just that was my number six.
I love Gypsy. I love the way she sings it. I love I love Christine McVie's piano in it. She's very underrated as a piano player.
Very much, yes.
On stuff like Don't Stop. She
Kills it.
she's doing like a blues solo essentially, but it's getting like not drowned out, but it's kind of low in the mix. So you've got to really kind of hear it
Right.
like on headphones to get a grip of it.
Mhm.
But Gypsy, I love the way Stevie sings it. I love Lindsay's kind of interplay with
Yeah.
the song.
Yeah. I also love the way Stevie looks in the video too. It's different than what we're used to. Like she's kind of dancing around a little bit. She's like it's a little bit more upbeat Stevie than we're used to. And I just love
Mm,
even the way she looks. She looks beautiful in the video. She looks amazing in that video.
yeah, yeah, and it's another staple, where like you have to do it because it was a big, big hit.
Yes.
I actually don't know whether it charted over
It didn't it went to number 12
number 12.
here in the United States. Yeah. In the UK, wow, it only went up to 46 in the UK. Wow, crazy. Yeah, so yeah, number 12 here. But you're right. That's a great tune. I love their, between that and Little Lies and even Hold Me, their 80s stuff is, is just as good. 70s obviously is more well known, but their 80s stuff is really good too.
Yeah, and
I,
even like the 90s and 2000s stuff was pretty good too.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. They stand the test of time. All right, so my number two is a song we've talked about. We talked about a little while ago. But to me, it's only one version. It's from again from the dance. It was originally supposed to be on the Rumors album, but it got cut. And that's Silver Springs.
When I touch a fool, I'll follow you down till the sound of my voice will haunt you. Give me just a chance. Never get away. Never get away. Never get away. You could be my silver spring, my blue-green colors flashing.
That and you mentioned it, Dylan. You mentioned it beautifully. The way they perform that song, specifically Stevie, the way she is looking at Lindsay, the way she is almost screaming
Screaming.
at Lindsay, it's just I'm getting chills even thinking about it. But it has to be that. My number two is that version. I don't know. It's funny. Thinking about it, I don't know if I've heard the original version of Silver Spring. I gotta go back
No,
and listen.
no, you know what? I don't think I've heard it either. But the first time I ever seen it, I was like, is this like a really good acting thing
Yes.
or or are they just genuinely mad at each other? Turns out she was genuinely mad at him.
Yeah, yes,
But
she was. The way
but
go ahead.
what I did learn is that later on they kind of had this agreement where like either he said to her or she said to him, yo, let's just like ham it up because when we do the song live, they're gonna want to see us like
Yes.
fighting. So
Yeah.
why
Good.
don't
Good.
we just like look like we're murdering each other? And then he's like, yeah, okay. So every other version after the dance had that element, but for me they never topped that version of the dance.
No, it was real emotion there. You could tell.
And I saw an interview with Christine McVie, and she was talking about Silver Springs, and she was saying about how like after the song ends, she has to kind of like sit with Stevie and just like calm her down, just because it like takes so much out of her.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
great.
great. It's a great performance. And that's an interesting take. I mean, I never thought about that. Yeah. I mean, if I was someone that went to a concert after seeing that performance, I would want to see that again live.
Yeah,
So yeah, so you're right. It's something that we have to keep doing on tour, which I'm sure took a lot out of them. I'm sure there are times when they weren't really in. She wasn't maybe as angry as she was that night, but I know that night she was
oh,
feeling it,
that,
and the way she screams, what's the line? She says, "Was that just a fool? Was that just a fool?" Like she's like screaming at him. It's just, oh my god, it's just unbelievable.
and
It was
you,
almost my number one, but like I said, it's got to be that performance from the dance stuff.
yeah, and you can see him like looking around him at Fleetwood, just like, is she, is she all right over here?
Yeah,
What,
yes,
like, but my man Mick Fleetwood is too zooted to like even care, because like he's just like there, like big grin on his face, and it's just like, Mick, why are you smiling?
right. But
Like they're killing each
yeah,
other, and he's just like too zooted on like whatever he's zooted on.
right. And give Lindsey Buckingham some credit because he's right there with her. He's looking in her eyes. He's
Yeah,
not looking. He's not looking down. He's not backing away. He's right there, looking. And taking almost taking the abuse a
like
little bit. So you
yeah.
gotta give him credit. So I just love that song. I love that version. All right, Dylan, we're here. What's your number one, buddy?
Alright, so the version of the song again is surprise, surprise for dance. It's a Christine McVie pen song about her affair with their line director at the time, which I just find hilarious. The fact that John McVie is playing bass on a song that his ex-wife is singing about, yo, her love. It's you make love fun.
Don't break the spell. Would be different and you know it will. You make loving fun. And I don't have to tell you, but you're the only one.
Yeah, that's a great.
I
That's my
adore
favorite Christine McVie song. Yep.
I adore that song. The version from the dance is just incredible,
Yeah.
especially towards the end. And I only caught this like recently. I don't know who she's looking at. Maybe a husband or like
Hmm.
kids, but when she says the line "you make loving fun," she's got this like really really cute like little smile on her face. So I don't know whether maybe that was her husband, or if maybe like a kid was in the crowd or something.
Right.
But it's just the fact, but it's just the fact that John McVie's back there playing bass, and he knows what it's about, and she knows what it's about,
Yes.
and
But
it's just like,
but didn't I, if I remember right, in an interview or something, didn't she first tell John that the song was about a dog, her dog or something?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and then John heard it, and he's like, "Yeah, this is not about your dog.
Right.
This, this is about the line director, and Christine's like, no, it's about my dog."
Right.
And and she, and John goes, "Chris, I can read you like a book. Why would you be saying you make me happy with the things that you do to a dog?
Right, yeah.
Like you wouldn't say that to a dog. But yeah, You Make Living Fun is my number one.
Yeah,
I love it.
That's my favorite Christine McVie song from Fleetwood Mac. And it's funny because taking a song like that, she's just so angelic with her voice.
Yeah.
And she just makes everything, like I said, it's what I love about Fleetwood Mac is like you get something from Christine McVie and you feel so good and she's singing so angelic, and then you hear it TV, it's just like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
it's two different emotions between the two of them, and that's what makes the band so amazing. So that's a great number one. Like I said, that was also close. And yeah, like I said earlier, I felt bad I have no Christine McVie songs because I love her stuff. Like, You Make Loving Fun, and just like you said, Little Lies, and all the stuff that she does. Her voice is just amazing. And
Yeah.
we lost a good one when she passed away a couple of years ago. She was just tremendous and so underrated. My number one is from Rumors in
Okay.
1977. I just love it. I love what Lindsay does with it. And it's Go Your Own Way.
Loving you isn't the right thing to do. But how can I ever change things that I feel? If I could, maybe I'd give you my word. How can I, when you won't take it from me? You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can call it another lonely day.
To me, Lindsey Buckingham to me might be the most underrated guitarist. He doesn't get looped in with some of the guitarists that are out there that they mentioned,
Yeah.
whether it be Van Halen or Hendrix. And I listen, I think he's right up there with them. I mean, just listen,
No.
especially again, I hate referring back to the dance, but that's what draws me to Fleetwood Mac. That guitar solo he does on the dance and even on the record version of Go Your Own Way is just out of this world.
Yeah.
And I just love this song because it's almost like a companion piece to Silver Springs. It's like his
It's up there.
like his retort to Stevie
Yeah.
after Silver Springs. So I just
She
love it. I just love it.
she she absolutely hated the line. Shacking up's all you want to do.
Yes, yeah.
It's the line. And the I think there's like a bootleg record called Fleetwood Mac Live at the Fabulous Forum,
Okay.
like 78 or so, like 77, 78.
Right.
And they're doing Go Your Own Way.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets to that line, packing up, shacking up. And you can hear Stevie off mic going, "You believe this?" And it's just like,
Yeah, she
but
said when she heard those lines at first, she wanted to go over there and kill him.
it, yeah, but then like I love how like later on she harmonizes with him on that line.
She does. She does.
So it's
You're right.
like it's like, are you all right now with like him saying bagging up, jagging up's all you want? But to be fair, it has been like 40 odd years since.
Yeah. Time has passed enough that I'm sure the old the Wards are still there, but it's probably closed up a little bit. But yeah, so that's my number one. Which song would you say Dylan, with almost made your top five is right there at number six? You think?
I've got to.
Okay, let me hear them.
All right, so I wanted to give a nod to the original Fleetwood Mac with Peter Green. So I picked Oh Well.
Okay,
It's
not too familiar with that song. Okay,
it's a very it's blue. It's essentially a blues song.
okay.
It's before Christine McVie. It's before Stevie. So I believe it's Peter Green, John McVie, Mick Fleetwood, and I don't know the other guy's name, but it's the first incarnation.
Right.
And and later on, Lindsay actually sings it live sometimes.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that. I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
And then the other one is surprise, surprise, we're dancing again, and it's Don't Stop with the marching band.
Yeah, the USC marching band. Yeah, it's a great one.
I love the way that they bring out the marching band. They brought them out for Tusk, I believe, is the other song.
Yes.
That
Yeah,
they
and
brought
got
in.
into and it went to Don't Stop. Yep.
Yeah, but
Yeah, the
yeah,
last two songs on the album.
I love the fact that they're just singing don't stop thinking about it tomorrow, everything's gonna be fine. But John McVie is just oh my god, I hate this song. Can we just get off?
Yeah, but that's great because and two of your songs almost made my list. Like I said, Gypsy was right there, and so was your number one. You Make Loving Fun. So that's a great top five. So what's your top five? Give a comment please down below. What's your favorite? Dylan, you got some great stuff coming up on your channel, on your YouTube channel, Dylan's World. Tell us all about it.
Alright, so I gotta give Brent a huge massive shout out. Brent Arnold. He's he's been quintessential in helping me get the channel back on its feet.
Good.
And so we're gonna be coming out here with some different things. We're gonna try and do a big long show that's gonna be every week or every month. So that's gonna be fun, and obviously I'll be Brent will probably be having me back on Elvis Nation, soon.
Good.
Whatever he wants me to do, there we'll be doing that. Also, I'm gonna probably be going back on Rick's channel and doing some things there.
Good.
And
Yeah, I love the stuff you do with Rick.
oh, and by the way, I want to thank you, Michael, because you tuned in to my comeback show, which I appreciated
Oh,
because.
absolutely. It was great.
But yeah, I was very, very nervous about that show because I hadn't performed for 10 months.
Right.
That was I'm like, have I still got it? Have I lost it? What's the deal? But
It did seem like it didn't seem like you were gone 10 months, buddy. It did seem like you just done a show the week before. You did a good
thank you.
job.
But and then because I love doing that Elvis stuff because it's I grew up with it. It's songs that I love. So
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
I can't wait to see the stuff between you and Brent. I've been starting to call him Brent the Godfather of this because he helped me, he inspired me to do this show because I just love what he did on his channel. And then seeing Rick, but Brent's the one that started it for me too as well, just watching him. And I want to do more Elvis stuff on this channel. Obviously, I want to do some extra stuff too, is obviously with this Fleetwood Mac stuff, but soon, very soon, I'm gonna start a series on this channel called Reinventing the Collection, where for those who don't know, I lost my Elvis collection in my divorce, unfortunately, where I lost all my Elvis records, all my Elvis CDs, don't have any of it. So thanks to my current wife, we've been trying to kind of get that collection back a little bit. I'm starting slow, so I don't have nearly like I used to, but I want to do a series where every week I bring out a CD, we go through it, and then we go over maybe the top five of each CD. Maybe I'll have you on to do one of those CDs. Love to have you on to kind
Yeah.
of review the CD. But mostly I've been getting a lot of FTDs. I've been getting the classic albums from the FTD site. Just love the way they do that stuff. So I'll be starting that shortly. And the first CD I'm going to do is called A Date with Elvis from
Yeah.
I think 1959. And it's a great FTD does a great job with that. It's a 2 CD set, so I'll show the booklet. I'll go through all that stuff. I think Elvis fans will get a kick out. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. If you have an idea, text it to me, buddy, because you're the one that came up with this idea, and I loved it. I had a great time with you today. Please, I will put your YouTube down below on the description box. Dylan, thanks so much for joining me today. Appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you.